Supervision of Mr. Ronald Chimpanga, the Director of Operations, offers the following services: body care, caskets, coffins, tombstones, and long-distance transport. We also provide tents, chairs, and lowering machines. Find us in Lusaka at UTH and Charleston. Contact us on the number 0976 161213. That is 0976 161213. Or contact us via our 24/7 hotline on 0975 442107. We also have branches in Monze, Luansha, Chongwe, and Livingston. Ozeron Funeral Services. Come for affordable and quality services.
Time is precious. Don't waste it spending many hours on the road. Utilize the time you have to enjoy the things that matter. Visit places, visit people, visit Kasama through your gateway to possibilities. That's right. Kasama Airport has been upgraded and is now open and ready to welcome you with open arms. Contact the airline of your choice to book your next trip into the region. Zambia Airports Corporation Limited. Keep flying.
Wow, that over there is a very nice Ford. Have you seen it?
Of course. I have been looking at it since we got here. My worry is how people manage such vehicles and where they buy genuine parts from.
I'm sure there's nowhere else apart from Shuma Auto Parts. They are the only supplier of genuine Ford and Mazda, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda and Ford. They also stock service parts such as diesel filters, air con filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The Happy World of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. Human Rights Commission speaks against abuse and biased application of Public Order Act by Zambia Police. Over journalists in Kitwe criticized. Tanzania orders social media crackdown over This news bulletin is also streaming live on the page and YouTube channel 5FM Radio Zambia. With the news in detail, Herbert Mutavi. The Human Rights Commission has bemoaned the continued abuse and discriminatory application of the Public Order Act by the Zambia Police, urging the government to speed up the process of actualizing the Public Gathering Bill into law without further delay. The Commission has also raised a concern over the continued delay in enacting a comprehensive law which will criminalize torture, saying this paints a gloomy picture of the tacit approval of torture as an acceptable method of law enforcement. Commission Chairperson Pamela Sambo says that the government must exercise utmost restraint from arbitrary actions when dealing with citizens who may be accused of abusing their right to freedom of expression. Dr. Sambo said this today during the commemoration of the International Human Rights Day, as well as the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in Lusaka.
Another human rights concern is the continued arrest of suspects and subjecting them to detention without trial or undue delay in prosecuting them in the courts of law. The Commission fully understands and appreciates that arresting and detaining suspects is a legitimate law enforcement function. However, arresting and detaining suspects without presenting them before the courts of law has tended to give the impression that certain suspects are being persecuted and not prosecuted.
Dr. Sambo has called for a clear roadmap towards a national referendum to facilitate the adoption and enactment of an expanded and a progressive Bill of Rights.
In good faith, calling for a clear roadmap towards a national referendum to facilitate the adoption and enactment of an expanded and progressive Bill of Rights, which will, amongst other substantive contents, include economic, social, and cultural rights. Taking such a step, guest of honor, will no doubt consolidate, safeguard, and accelerate the betterment of the local communities, especially those who are underprivileged and disadvantaged.
At the same event, President Hakainde Hichilema, who was represented by Home Affairs Minister Jack Mwimbu, said it would be folly for the Zambian people to forget the various human rights infringements they faced in the immediate past.
I repeat, no one is being attacked. What diminishing political space are we talking about? In this country, the opposition are even able to hold press conferences outside the judiciary, courtrooms, at police stations, denouncing this government. Nothing has happened. We deserve praise where it is due. We do not reject any constructive criticism. We don't. We are aware that the current president of the Republic of Zambia was the most abused political leader in the history of this country, which we should never forget as a people.
Speaking earlier, Justice Minister Molambo Haimbe indicated that there's been unprecedented enjoyment of various freedoms and peace in the last 2.5 years in the country. President Hakainde Hichilema has assured that the government will see to it that the entire remaining Senseri mine accident victims are retrieved. Speaking today during the burial service for the victims of the mining disaster at Senseri Mine in Chingola on the Copperbelt province, President Hichilema research is being done with due care and responsibility to ensure that no lives are lost by the rescue team. The president has thanked the rescue team that has been working to ensure that victims are retrieved. As of yesterday, the search, rescue, and recovery operations team retrieved 7 more bodies, bringing the total number of people retrieved to 12, of which 1 person was rescued and is recovering well at Nchanga South Mine Hospital.
When I came here, I raised an issue and I repeat it here. Now our focus is to do what we've been doing. Rescue mission, working hard, also supporting in the way many have supported. But going forward, we'll sit down. Once we're done with this, we'll sit down, we'll put our heads together, to work as your situation like this happens going forward.
The Media Institute of Southern Africa, MISA Zambia, has expressed a sadness over the report of harassment of journalists during the Economic Freedom Fighters briefing, which was held in Kitwe this morning. Reports indicate that armed police officers allegedly harassed the journalists who were covering the presser, forcing them to delete the pictures and videos they took, while others had their gadgets like phones and cameras confiscated. This was on the grounds that the press briefing was an illegal meeting because the EFF party leader Kasonde Mwenda and his team did not obtain a permit to hold the gathering. In a statement issued to 5FM News today, MISA Zambia chairperson Lorraine Mwanza says that the act is an uncalled for in a democratic nation like Zambia, where democracy allows the people to express their views without intimidation. Meanwhile, it has been reported that all gadgets that were confiscated were given back to the journalists after the screening. The Lusaka City Council has procured and distributed a total of 775 desks for various schools in Mukolo Ward, Kanyama constituency as part of its efforts to improve the learning environment for students. Council Public Relations Officer Nyambe Bulumba says that the purchase of the desks is being carried out under Lot 4 of the project, which is financed by the Constituency Development Fund CDF at a total cost of 900,000 kwacha and delivered by Karile North Limited. Mr. Bulumba explains that each of the 4 schools that are benefiting from this initiative, namely Chiwolia Primary, John Lang School, Bayuni School, and received 187 desks each. He says that the procurement of desks for the benefiting schools is aimed at accommodating more students following the number of learners necessitated by the government's free education policy.
Procurement of the desks is being carried out under Lot 4 of the project, which is financed by the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, at a total cost of 900,000 kwacha. Now, each of the 4 schools that are benefiting from this particular initiative, namely Chibolia Primary, John Lang School, Bayuni School, and Twatshuka School, have each desks to ensure that the challenge that they have in the shortage of desks is quickly addressed.
The government has expressed concern that road traffic crashes cost most countries, Zambia inclusive, about 3% of their gross domestic product, resulting in the depletion of resources that can be channeled to other needy areas like education, healthcare, and social protection programs. Transport and Logistics Minister Frank, however, noted that through interventions such as the introduction of the global positioning system on intercity buses, the agency has managed to record a drastic reduction in road traffic crashes involving intercity public service vehicles. Mr. Tayali said this during the launch of the Road Safety Week and Road Transport and Safety Agency 2022 to 2026 strategic plan. He has tasked the agency to come up with strategies that will address the behavior of PSV drivers on local routes, especially in Osaka and the Copper Belt. The Zambia Institute of Public Relations and Communication and the University of Zambia have signed a memorandum of understanding to solidify their collaboration in the delivery of the Institute Continuous Professional Development Program. Institute President Irene Chipiri says under the terms of the partnership, UNZA will play a crucial role in certifying, moderating, and accrediting the ZIPRIC Continuous Professional Development Program. Mrs. Chipiri says this collaboration is a significant step towards enhancing professional development opportunities for practitioners in the field of public relations and communication.
Of an MOU with UNZA is a testament to ZIPRAC's unwavering commitment to advancing the field of public relations and communication in Zambia. This collaboration allows UNZA to contribute to the benefits the industry as a whole.
And UNZA Acting Vice Chancellor Professor Annie Sikwibere says that the MOU anchors a strategic collaborative partnership in which the university will play a critical role of certification, moderation, and accreditation of ZIPRIC training programs. In other stories trending this evening. The opposition Patriots for Economic Progress has expressed concern that the government has remained mute regarding the measures it is undertaking to address the continued depreciation of the kwacha on the international market. The Para-Legal Alliance Network has called on the police service to allow para-legals to be present during a warn and caution statement sessions or stations to help people who are not able to afford a lawyer to represent them. Up next, business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Ministry of Finance and National Planning has announced that it released 11.6 billion kwacha in 2023 to finance developmental programs, public service delivery, debt service, and wages. Of the amount, 2.6 billion kwacha was released for transfers, subsidies, and social benefits, 874.3 million kwacha for implementation of developmental programs and general operations, and 998.9 million kwacha for capital expenditure. Furthermore, 3.9 billion kwacha was released for public service wage bill, while 3.3 billion kwacha went towards the payment of both domestic and external debt. In a statement issued by the Ministry of Finance and National Planning Office of the Secretary to the Treasury, the government has further released 450 million kwacha for the Farmers Input Support Program, FISP. The ministry has assured that it will continue to assert the agriculture sector as a key driver of the economy. Hence, the sector will receive sustained support to increase productivity, enhance value addition, and strengthen markets.
From Radio Business News, we mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And now in foreign news, Tanzanian authorities are investigating social media users accused of spreading false information about Vice President Philip Mpango's health. Mr. Mpango resurfaced on Sunday after being absent from public view for over a month, sparking a relief and ending widespread rumors he had died. Here's a roundup from the BBC for other world news stories.
The British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has apologised to bereaved families over how the government handled the COVID-19 outbreak. Mr. Sunak, who was the finance minister at the time, is giving evidence before the official inquiry looking into the pandemic and how the British authorities dealt with it. The Israeli army has issued another call for Palestinians to evacuate Gaza City in the north of Gaza and Khan Yunis in the south as fierce fighting continues across the enclave. The Hamas-run health ministry says that dozens of people have been killed across Gaza in the past 24 hours. Reports say that 2 Hezbollah fighters and 2 Syrians working with the Lebanese movement have been killed by Israeli strikes near Damascus. Hezbollah has confirmed that 2 of its fighters were killed overnight, but did not specify where. An outspoken doctor who exposed the AIDS epidemic spreading in rural China in the 1990s has died after living in exile in the US.
In sports news, it has been toxic at times at Manchester United under former managers, but the players are firmly behind Erik ten Hag, says midfielder Scott McTominay. Saturday's 3-0 Premier League loss to Bournemouth was their 11th defeat in 23 games in all competitions this season. They must beat Bayern Munich at Old Trafford on Tuesday and hope that the other between Copenhagen and Galatasaray ends in a draw to have any chance of staying in the Champions League. Up next is the weather forecast for tonight. Stay tuned.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Northwestern, Copperbelt, Luapula, Northern and Muchinga provinces are mainly cloudy, slightly windy and mild with rain and thunder. Western, Southern, Lusaka, Central and Eastern provinces are partly cloudy, slightly windy and warm to mild with isolated rain and thunder. Ends the weather forecast for tonight.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The weather report brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. Human Rights Commission speaks against abuse and a biased application of Public Order Act by Zambia Police. Harassment of journalists in Kitwe criticized. Tanzania orders social media crackdown over VIP death rumors. For more news, follow us on Facebook at 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Hebet Mutabi.